Yeah, the buttons are a little sticky with this one. It's an old one. This remote is 2 years old. And then I think that the circle and the X is the two that give after a while. And I need to take this $59.99. They'll calibrate it to see what's wrong with it, and they'll fix all of it for $59.
Regina here is the chairwoman of Wayne Enterprises.
They're just supposed to gut it in now.
Trust anyone in Gotham. Least of all those you call friend. Your parents was that.
They're waiting for you in hell!
It just felt light. Like I could do whatever I wanted. No guilt. No consequence.
Cobblepot wants retribution because we took his family's land. Your father, Falcone, and I, we had ways of getting anything we wanted. How do you think your family got the land for Wayne Tower?
But what would Harvey think? The two of us working together.
No. We should go.
Just so we're clear, you and me, we're on shaky ground. No, listen to me. The excessive violence, it can't go on.
And that's what whatchamacallit was complaining about in real life. Then was one of his illustrators. The illustrators that came up with the Joker, the new Joker design.
My downtrodden brothers and sisters of Gotham, you have nothing to fear. We are the children of Arkham.
He even said whatchamacallit, Batman is violent, even the movie. But when you see it, it's not really that violent. It's a lot of text messaging to one another. It's a lot of conversation. It's a lot of talk. It's not really anything else but anything else. It has fight sequences, but it's a rare one. But is it the way that they talk? It ensues violence.
You know, I always assumed Harvey would get rid of it. Like this.
One by default.
But when you see it,
Probably because he didn't get his land
I mean, it's just it's not. I didn't see it.
Harvey's gonna be okay.
I find that amusing.
I keep wondering.
The conversations do start a war.
Why save me? Harvey's your best friend. I'm nothing to you. I just don't get it.
I need you as a...
So it all boils down to strategy. I don't think I can do this.
What are you talking about?
I don't want to see it. I just can't, okay? I have to go. I'm sorry. Just go in without me.
Harvey needs you.
Yeah, he has a crush on her or not.
I'm sorry, Bruce. I wish I could.
You can't.
It's my fault he's in there. I don't have anything to say to him that would make this better. Please, Bruce. Don't tell him I was here. I don't think he'd understand.
Gotham is still reeling after last week's mayoral debate. With the drugging and subsequent murder of Mayor Hamilton Hill, Harvey Dent was left running unopposed. After a rather lackluster election, Mayor Dent was sworn in from his hospital bed. Word is he's still recovering from major injuries at the event.
You look terrible, Harvey.
You know, you are actually the first person to say that. I haven't actually seen it yet.
You got me wrapped up this whole time. Beyond belief.
It's not that bad. I mean, my family, we heal quick. Could be fine.
I think you should probably prepare for the worst, just in case.
Oh, well, Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, what have you got there?
I brought you some flowers. Though I see I'm not the first.
Yeah, well, mother and my secretary. Every sick boy's dream. One woman I thought would visit, at least call, hasn't. Selena's been a no-show. I thought she'd at least come by to congratulate me. Nothing else. As we, as close as I thought. Guess I can't blame her. The way I look now.
She was.
What? When?
I met her coming in. She said she had to go.
Oh. Thanks for letting me know. I am glad you're here, though. It's infuriating. Just sitting here and having nothing but time to think about what happened. I wish I could make myself turn it off completely. Watching footage of the debate over and over. Look at me. Preaching what a great guy you are while I go and get my face bashed in. It's easy. Every news station is showing it. Regurgitating the same old sound bites. Don't do this to us.
There's nothing you can do to change what happened. Replaying that moment will only drive you crazy.
Yeah, I know that. Here I am.
Trust me. You need to stop.
I was hopeless, Bruce. Helpless. Couldn't do anything. Hingley would have just beaten me to death right there in front of everyone. He wanted to. Hey, thanks. Addicted to the hill for the moderator. I have to live with that. But you heard them up there. But the penguin and that maniac on the screen. This isn't over. I need to stay ahead of them. They're trying to cause discord. Stop the debate was just the first step.
They're after you. They're not gonna rest until all the names are crossed off their list.
I can't just stand aside and let that happen. Tonight's speech, they'll know where I stand.
Wait, tonight? I thought you were supposed to be recovering.
My assistant is on her way to pick me up. With the election, I was able to talk the hospital into releasing me early. Not that they're too happy about it. All the doctors keep telling me to take it easy. But how can I? Stay in the chair, Mr. Dent. Oh, don't overexert yourself, Mr. Dent.
You should probably listen to the doctors. They know what they're talking about.
Well, I've been a very good invalid, Bruce. Don't worry. I can't afford to take it easy right now. You do the same in my position, which is why I won't even try to tell you to not look into those tapes. I know how much you loved your father, Bruce. And that debate was hard on me, too. Finding out your dad drugged Esther Cobblepot, Hill admitting to having both of them killed. It's a lot to process. I'm sorry. Just because I keep you living, it doesn't mean you want to.
Oswald and I were best friends when we were kids. I knew his mother. Talk to her.
Look, I realize what a terrible friend I've been to you. I was so focused on the campaign, I thought distancing myself from you was the only option. I'm sorry.
It's a bit late for apologies, isn't it, Harvey?
Yeah. I guess it is. What is that?
Batman symbol.
Coming from near the GCPD? That's one way to get the guy's attention.
Hey, look, I should get going, but...
What, already? What else do you have to do? My assistant won't be here for another hour. You can stay if you want.
I haven't called in. I'm sorry, Harvey. I can't wait.
I think
the numbers are over anyways.
It's a curse. Oh, go on then. I want you to keep them waiting.
Yeah, they tell you to leave. And they're getting ready to close you. You have to leave. It's a whatchamacallit.
You rest up, Harvey.
Thanks, Bruce.
Only so many could stay. Some people could stay overnight too. I think it's only 2.
Is it the Children of Arkham? Can you confirm?
Negative. It takes shots at us whenever we get close.
Understood. Stay on. We'll think of something.
A little help would be nice.
Hang in there, all right?
Oh, they knew we needed it. We don't have enough officers to deal with this.
Everyone's stretched thin. I'm doing what I can.
Mm.
I have to go.
That light has a bad option.
You give me a number to call, I'll rethink my methods. I'm just glad I got your attention. I didn't have a lot of options. So, here we are.
It's pretty obvious. Says the man dressed like a giant bat.
I'd rather have you arrested than come be for help. The truth is, it's desperate. I'm calling a truce. Just for a minute.
Bring me up to speed.
Right. Renee Montoya, one of my officers.
The one who tried to shoot me.
I know, but hear me out. She's trying to clear her name after those animals manipulated her into killing Falcone. She's supposed to be on leave, but she got a tip on the Children of Arkham's chemical stash. Went rogue. She's out there alone, and I can't spare anyone to back her up. I told her to wait, but this is personal. The Children of Arkham pumped her full of that junk. She's a good cop. One of my best.
Montoya tried to take me down. She didn't realize herself.
Thought I could count on her. But maybe I was mistaken. These Children of Arkham are everywhere all of a sudden. Where the hell they all come from? I never heard of them. And the debate.
Never mind how this began. We have to focus on the end.
If you've got any ideas how to do that, I'm all ears.
Gordon, this is Schultz. Over.
Gordon here.
We've got a problem with the mayor, sir.
What happened? Is he okay?
I don't know. We lost him. He took off and left us behind.
Christ, one more crisis I can't deal with right now. We gotta keep both Montoya and Dent safe. Somehow.
I'm on it. You got it.
Always.
Launch the drones. I need eyes on the city.
Lucius has made some upgrades. I'll let him explain.
Who are you talking to? You got a whole team or something?
A friend who can help us.
That friend got a name?
All right, patching you through to R&D in Wayne Enterprises.
Batman, so listen. The first model was only equipped for visual surveillance, but seeing how you use them at the skyline, I thought you'd need an audio feed as well. Microphones are incredibly sensitive. They can pick up sounds from up to 500 yards. In some cases, you'll even be able to hear through walls, like X-ray peering. Now think of a better name. Tech upgrades take time. I do run your actual research and development department as well.
Any idea where they might be? Montoya's car was spotted crossing the bridge to Arkham Island. Could be where the handoff is happening.
What about Dent?
Probably headed to his acceptance speech. He just left the hospital and we lost sight of him.
Headed to the construction center. Send whatever men you can spare after Dent.
I'll round up what officers I can. I'm gonna have to head out there myself, too. I know this is risky, Batman. Just be careful.
We got a major disturbance here. Several armed suspects on the loose.
So far I've noticed is the circle and the X. But I need to turn this one in as well so I can get it fixed. And the one I found, the cheapest one I found, it's at 59. I think they're all the same, but it's at 59. I mean, it's just like buying a whole new remote.
It's over. Drop the gun.
Look, I promise I'm not gonna shoot you, okay? I used to think you were a threat. But I was wrong. We both have much bigger problems right now. I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? Those guys had me pinned down. You hadn't shown up when you did.
You want forgiveness? Look somewhere else.
I just want you to know I've got your back. I don't know what I was thinking. You lived through it. I could predict it. But you could predict it. And it'd be on me.
Good instincts, but you need to think things through. Be patient. Don't rush. I may not be there to save you next time.
Yeah. Oh, you baby. I still don't understand how they knew I was coming.
Heads up. The cops just sent 3 black and whites to stop our guys going for your deck. The chatter sounds like gold.
Someone's gotta have heard it. They know he's coming. Go. I'll see what I can find. I'm not giving up on this.
Oh, she was dressed as, she was part of the goon squad there. How about that?
GCPD's whereabouts. Not sure how. I need an update on Harvey.
Bringing it up now. Deborah, get down!
Mr. Dent, what did you do to him?
I said get back in the car! There's more of them coming!
Put down your weapon! There's too many of them! Everybody take cover!
You'd better get down there.
On my way.
You can hear it, the freaking car. It's whatchamacallit going on. There's no freaking struts on them at all.
Self-defense, he says. New mayor's pretty tough, turns out. Killed one of those guys attacking him with his bare hands.
Dent did that.
Guess the fella's lucky Dent got to him before you did, huh?
You're right. I wouldn't have let him off that easy.
Of course you wouldn't.
We got our asses handed to us. They knew you were coming.
How? We've been using a secure channel. You're saying we got a leak? Gordon to command. Anyone
Boy,
down
he
there?
just broke up the freaking squad with that girl, and you could tell it was that woman. And then for him to say that it's not.
Listening down to GCPD's communications. I'm gonna look into this. I'll let you know what I find.
They shot them all up. The cops shot them all up. And then the one I did, I threw the freaking things at them, the freaking those little daggers that are made out of symbols, the bad symbols.
Oh yeah, Daddy.
But I don't understand why he held back on telling them the truth, but he's supposed to tell them that.
That's what I'm going to find out. Alfred, I'm sending over evidence of some kind of encrypted communication signal.
It's coming up on my screen now, but I'm afraid it looks like a bunch of gibberish to me.
I need to go to Wayne Tower and look into this. Get me Lucius on the line.
Yes, right away. If the public finds out that police aren't able to communicate...
I'm not sure of anything.
Ay.
I have a feeling we won't receive it.
Hopefully it doesn't sink us, sir. I have Lucius on the line now.
Bruce, are you there? I'm looking at this data Alfred sent me. It's messy.
I have to know what the children of Arkham are doing. How fast can you decrypt?
That's a tough one. But I should have it cracked soon if you can meet me at Wayne Tower.
Already on my way. Almost there, Lucius.
I'll meet you down that line. Some aspects of the Children of Arkham surveillance are worrying.
Bruce.
Chairwoman.
I didn't give you here. I used to look to Thomas for guidance in guard guns. Must seem silly. After everything that's happened. You know what they say about old habits.
You shouldn't be here.
I'm sorry. I just needed someplace to think. I know it's irregular, but it's a comfort to have somewhere to remind me of the ways in all we do. I've been called in for an emergency board meeting.
I wasn't told about it.
You weren't invited, Bruce. You are the topic of discussion for the board. They want to decide what your future at this company will be. Whether to dismiss you. You have to understand, Bruce. This company is bigger than any one individual. We have to keep face. And after this scandal...
Makes sense. Logistically. The company needs to separate itself from the way you know.
It's a coward move to look good for the press. I wasn't expecting you to roll over so easily, Bruce.
Bruce, I've got something. You need to get down here.
I worked with your parents for years, and neither of them gave any indication of foul play. How could you have known?
Bruce.
They're nothing like you, Bruce. We always build up the people closest to us. When they fall, it's a terrible blow to everyone around them.
Then go tell that to the board.
What do you think I'm trying to do, Bruce? I'm not your enemy. You should remember that. Don't forget who your allies are, Mr. Wayne. I'll come find you after.
I'll be right there, Lucius.
It's good to hear she's still in the corner.
Spying on my conversations again?
Hey, I'm looking out for you. There have been whispers that the board was going to take action against you. If you lose the company, Batman will take a massive hit too. I know the cave is well equipped. All of this has only been paid for. You can't afford to lose their resources.
The board's in it, but this'll die down before it comes in.
Glad you're being optimistic about this. I'm not so sure.
Right now.
See, that's why in the beginning I went and helped that lady, the cop. But after that, I went after what's it called? I went after the Two-Face. One big reason, because he lies to him. Instead of telling them the truth, say, hey, this is what happened when nothing. I mean, he doesn't explain that she was dressed up in the freaking uniform as a bad guy, then, which is what Lady Arkham did.
You want the good news or the bad news? You're not gonna like it. Really? Nothing? You're not as fun as you used to be. The thing is...
Oh, the freaking remote went out, died on. But that's why I kept choosing after that. I kept choosing him to save Two-Face over and over and over again. Because when you save her, he doesn't explain that she was dressed up as whatchamacallit, as one of the Lady Arkham's whatchamacallit security team to take people out.
If the children of Arkham have access to the system, does that mean they know my identity?
It looks like they've only accessed the GCPD so far.
And it doesn't play out on the what's it called.
I'll have Alfred warn Gordon. The GCPD needs to get rid of their waypoint devices.
Smart move.
To hit the board, I have to watch the board, and then it opens up for whatever reason.
Piece of Lucius Fox technology. What a way at a table that can hide itself. This is coming in pretty handy now.
Trust me, it was much more paranoia than precaution.
See, I hate that. You have to look at. You have to freaking go through the whole goddamn freaking table and touch this and touch that. I mean, it's a fucking annoying, man. Yeah, that's why I'm hard. I haven't played it a long.
A new sticky bomb I developed. The signal is activated on the other side.
I would tell right away.
Wherever you need.
Right away, it'll go under Monopoly and Ponzi.
Boom.
Nice.
Be careful. Those things pack a serious punch.
Ooh, what's this?
Something I'm still working on. Some new armament to assist you in the field. There's only so much you
And in the comic strips, when you read the comic, he don't show up. I mean, he's somewhere else. He's around the world somewhere, but it's his injuries.
And who would that be?
He doesn't want to show because he's injured. In the comic books, he's a lot more injured compared to the animes.
Oswald.
Not too many people know unless you read the comic book.
So boy, good to see
Since way back.
As you know, Oswald's parents were victims of your father's actions. This company was built on the land he stole from the Cobblepot family.
Well, the board thought having me step in would be a good PR move.
What better way to show Gotham that Wayne Enterprises is committed to righting the wrongs of the past?
Happy to help any way I can. People aren't much behind the Wayne name now. And considering that your parents stole from mine, I don't need your help.
I can fix this myself.
Well, that's admirable, but your name is tarnished, Bruce. You need me.
Unfortunately, he's right. Any move from you, no matter how genuine, would appear self-serving at this point. The board has complete confidence in Mr. Cobblepot. As his resume goes into great detail, his endeavors in England have been quite successful. Besides, the company basically runs itself at this point. The CEO is mostly a figurehead. Don't make this harder than it has to be.
I refuse to hand my company over to a criminal.
Don't do this, Bruce.
Don't worry now. I'm going to take good care of this place.
I'm afraid we need you to leave the building immediately. We'll have your personal effects sent to you.
Congratulations, Bruce. I couldn't be prouder of you. Alfred. Oh, how sweet. Graduation present. Surely we could let you take this along. Oh, Bruce. Clumsy. No wonder you're not being trusted.
Yeah, the reason why they don't fix it is because they say it'll lose value.
It'll only take a minute.
Oh, Bruce and I can handle it. No trouble.
Bruce! I need security in here right now.
And they took out the innards and replace it, and they get it working, so they just keep it as is.
Bruce, stop this! Oh, for heaven's sake, calm down.
Get him out of my office. Let's go.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Cobblepot. I'll go fetch the medic.
That's very kind of you, Bettina. Thank you.
Bruce, they're out of their minds. They can't do this to you.
This isn't over yet, Lucius.
The entrance.
I took care of it.
You can't let anyone find out what's down there, Bruce. There are ways they could get in. You know that.
It's all safe. Don't worry.
For how long?
Lucius, I need to know there's someone I can trust on the inside.
I'm here for you, Bruce. I've always been here for you, not them. If I stay, I'll have to stop working on a side project. That means no new tech, no repairs if you will. I could keep an eye on things with you. Let you know what they're up to. Feed you what information I can.
Come work for me. It won't be what you have here, but at least we can keep pace on the new bat tech.
I'll go and gather what I can from the lab.
Thanks, Lucius.
Let's leave Waves Enterprises and work for me.
Drive safe.
But again, they're trying to find ways to. But KBs is real inexpensive compared to MP3s and MP4s. Nah, I'll never get that. But when you see video games with KBs, that they don't purchase those games at all. I mean, they won't purchase them at all. They go after MP3s, MP4s, the latest and greatest. But that's not the latest and greatest, man. That's just fucking played out. I mean, that's just from the late '80s, from too. I mean, when you see it in text message, yeah, it comes from NES.
Phineas likes using text messaging a lot.
Bruce Wayne will speak on the issue at a press event tomorrow morning, where we'll learn more about his decision to step down. More on that in a moment.
I still can't believe it.
Which part?
I wish life were easier for you, Bruce. It's just one thing after another.
That's why I'm glad I have you, Al.
AI. That's the whatchamacallit. It's the thoughts in his head. Because everyone's always saying, why? When the hell is Alfred gonna? When the hell is Alfred gonna? It's true. Even that's because those are backlogs of his lying.
What their next move is.
Because it was around. He was like in his 50s, 60s when he brings in whatchamacallit, Robin.
The children of Arkham are in our system. All of this is potentially accessible.
All of this?
Lucius was very thorough. It means that they could have eyes and ears into almost everything in Gotham. Just like Batman. He had access to the GCPD, we know that. The real question is, what else they'd be interested in. Filter for possible targets based on known Children of Arkham activity.
Cerdo, like a Jello Cerdo, without pigment or flavoring, and you put it on top, and it helps heal it.
I'd like to see you.
So it won't cause a running sensation when the wind hits or anything.
Easy. Curfews after dark, checkpoints at every bridge, mandate. Harvey, step out of it. We all need to step out of it.
The concoction that they do, they gave it to me as a wound when I cut myself on my foot. It was so it would cause that wouldn't cause an infection.
I'm probably not getting enough sleep these days. Stress. It's just the stress.
I think you should.
It was real good.
The way you're behaving. It's not healthy.
Yeah, I have a guy's number. I'll see him as soon as I have time.
Mr. Dent, the photographer's ready for you.
Thank you, Deborah. I'll be right out.
Benzio song. I think I forgot, but it's been a long time. But I remember that too. It would have all the things on the box. But it was expensive when I was a little kid.
If anyone finds out, thinks I'm not fit to be mayor, it's all over. Everything I've worked for.
Well, they have it, and we were there all night, and then we came out in that location within the hospital. It was open.
It'll go away. If it doesn't,
Back then, it was open 24 hours, because that location is emergency. So we went there, and then and even the little fucking nursing location, it was open 24 hours. So we went there and we purchased it.
see you around, Bruce.
And then she had to go again to rebuy it. I remember the whole thing.
An interview with the Children of Arkham's leader. Wonder how Vicky managed to score that.
Bruce?
Have you seen today's copy of the Gazette?
It just arrived a moment ago. It seems Miss Vale has been talking to some very interesting people. People that man would like to find. Do you think she would be
Really?
If you think I'm upholding our deal now, it was my job for this, but here, this is where we met for the interview. Just please don't tell anyone I gave this to you.
Everything's dark, quiet. It's empty.
No sign of the children of Arkham. They may not have gone far. They should be there.
They'll show eventually.
I don't doubt you. I'll continue monitoring the drone feed through here.
Thanks. Go and have a look around.
They'll all contradict themselves. They'll do that very thing to prove that that's what they are, and then they go to. I mean, that's what. Yeah. I'm telling you, man. That's what they said. Heads up, watch. They'll do the same thing. So don't even bother with them. They'll call you this and they'll call you that. They roll with them and everything for them to say that they don't. Don't even bother with them. Just stick to yourself.
He's been dead for a while from the looks of it. One of the children of Arkham. Loyalty doesn't get you much with these people, does it?
Seems strange.
There's something else. He was shot dead center. Twice. Executed.
It outlived his usefulness, I suppose.
This man's veins. They look like Montoya's veins after she was drugged, only they're so much worse. The same drug from the debate.
I feared we hadn't seen the last of it.
There's no puncture mark here. No entry point for an injection.
So, how did it get in his body?
They've been referencing the map. Whatever they're building must hinge on it somehow. This depot is pretty centrally located.
But they're all the same, man. But I mean, to prove it, I mean, it's the easiest thing. It is one of the easiest things. All they do is lie and lie and lie. I mean, the uneducated mind. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. You ain't gonna do this. I will to kill. It's the easy. I mean, they're uneducated. The reason why they're gonna get caught up. That's why they have to kill them off. They really are getting caught.
Look it up to something.
And lying. So they have to kill the people who know the truth.
Doesn't seem to be counting down yet.
Like I said, it's nothing new.
This is how they were timing their route. Alfred
just some people
stations
they
are within
can't
a
kill off.
27-minute train ride from this depot.
Looking into the transportation database now. Sir, there's just one. Mercy Street Station.
It's one of the busiest places in the city. Thousands of people go in and out every hour.
the whatchamacallit,
fast.
believe it or not, they have the mist system in the 70s, and they use it for hydroponics. It was
The train cars.
the NFT was first, which was the NFT. They had even flow, and then the mist. The mist was one of the last ones, and it was created in the 70s. But it was for outer space to see people can live out there with it, and they can as well. But they're trying to see which one's better. But they're saying that the mist one is always a lot faster for one freaking reason, because it's oxygenating. And when you read the book, that is doing twice as much work, but it does consume a lot of electricity for the power that they have out there back then in the 70s, when they needed it for a lot more important things. But now that now that the batteries are catching up that they wanted, and the technology is getting better, they're doing a hydroponic, aquaponic most of them, not hydroponic. 'Cause there's a difference between the aquaponic and the hydroponic. I said it is nothing new to me.
The drug is being modified here. They're changing it.
And that's from reading. They get it from fucking watching television and voting, and that's what they want. But what the rocket scientists of that they were saying is we can't do that because we have to use radiation. So we're not gonna do that around them. What we can use is the rechargeable battery, but that's only around Earth. The one in outer space, to go for them, that what they want, we have to use radiation, and we don't want to do that. We want to wait and wait and wait, but the taxpayers paid for them to see a satellite go all the way around to those planets and bring back photos.
Just as it rolls in over the crowds.
I mean, it's a waste of government money, but that's what the people want.
Releasing a drug like that in so populated an area would be devastating.
They could infect the entire city if they had enough.
Good thing you reduced their supply at the construction site.
Thankfully, there wasn't enough of the chemical to mix with the rest of the stockpile of drugs.
There's a train coming. Take cover.
If I'd known you were gonna make me lug this thing myself, I would have worn more comfortable shoes.
Just add it to the list of your mistakes. Must be why you didn't come through on your last assignment.
We're down to our last few barrels since Batman screwed up the transfer.
We'll have to make do, I guess.
Okay, you two, get these mixed, loaded onto the train.
This way.
But she's known as stealing things, not as meeting up with somebody and conversating. She's just there to prove herself as one of the best thieves in the world. Nothing else.
She plays whatever side needs her.
She always plays both sides.
All 9 of her lives.
We're done here, right?
Not yet.
No. There's no part 2 of this. I got what you wanted. I'm done.
Might as well come out, Batman. I know you're here.
No way, I did not bring him here. I honored our deal.
Oh, I know you did. But now, you're lucid. Surrender. Unless you'd like to see firsthand what a critical dose looks like. She joined poor Esther Copeland. Death might be preferable.
I know what you had planned with the Skyrim. It's not going to happen.
Then killing you both will have to be a consolation.
But it's always the same. So you have to be careful.
Thanks, Bats.
It's time for me to go, and she'll leave.
Train's ready.
But again, even the whatchamacallit keeps saying that she has cat-like senses and 9 lives and shit. They're all the same. I would figure out a long time ago. Lie upon a lie upon another lie upon another lie. Just like the other. She has a feline ability, like the Thundercat. She knows when to leave and everything.
I'm gonna get you somewhere safe. Just stay with me.
But in the movie, it's him and Catwoman against each other, and he loses. He had to use the utility bit, but everyone said no, he actually won because he's not manhandled or anything like that. But it's him becoming aware that he needs a woman in his life, and he goes after the wrong one, and he's trying to tell her, look, I'm the one you want. He's trying to tell her that she's like, I don't play that shit, and she's trying to kill him, and so she jabs him in the rib. And then she starts manhandling him because he had that freaking injury there, and that's gonna be their excuse. But she was whooping on him. And then whatchamacallit, he gets floored to the back on the rooftop where the triangles, Like when you see me play Modern Warfare and you landed on the warehouse, and you see that TP that way, that's where he lands, and he just throws that valve ladder. Because it's a homemade suit for her too, and that's when it just starts seeping and just starts eating her skin up right away. And then they meet again at a benefit, at a gala, which is a benefit.
You're one to talk.
I never pick a fight I can't win. I don't think you're getting very far with a shoulder like this.
Great.
You can stay here until morning. I feel like I owe you anyway. That's twice now. You just keep adding things to my list, don't you?
Selena.
I told you I don't like owing people. Probably best to lie low for now anyway. I don't want to put you apart in this place.
But that was my first time seeing Batman, honestly. Because when I would go to the corner store, they would have Archie, Spider-Man. Archie, Spider-Man. Let me see.
You thought you were gonna
Bazooka Joe, but Bazooka Joe was in Bubblegum. But they introduce you. Bubblegum will introduce you to comics, and if they were there, you go read, and then when you see them, you'll want to read them. It's if you were into that. Another one was the four, what you call it? X-Men.
Why even stay in Gotham? You could just leave.
But I never saw Batman. They didn't have Batman. But he was trying to explain that it's too violent. But money's money. Y'all don't understand whose company this is. I don't get it myself. That old man was crazy as hell.
Okay, she really doesn't like you.
Sure, I care much for
But
her.
he said when you see the movie, it is not even the wordings, but it's their words that bond together, that for them to talk to each other, it ensues violence, and that's what he was trying to portray and tell people. It ensues violence, the way they talk to each other. No matter what Batman was trying to do, lock them up or whatever, it ensues violence.
You think?
Being bad or good.
I lost my company, my reputation, and I find out my father was
Just like everyone else. They've all got something to hide, Bruce. Every last one of them. Even the so-called good guys. There's always something just beneath the surface.
I'm starting to see it for myself.
Even you have your secrets.
And that's why I couldn't find that comic book in the location where I was at. There wasn't Batman, but everyone else. But whatchamacallit gets violent too, Spider-Man. But they say he's all defense and he webs him up and all compared to Batman, because Batman condones being a vigilante, and if someone does something, the police don't want to listen to do something about it, and that's why he doesn't really have too much to do with Batman. But Batman, I thought it was, I like the movie. It was good. But when I see it again, I haven't seen it in a long time, but I found it funny as hell. How his equipment's no good and it's outdated, but it's because Bruce, the butler, has their plan to say
I've taken plenty from good people.
there's a big reason for that. You have money, they'll spot you right away.
Some shiny new toys and a crappy apartment on the edge of town. The high is nice, but it wears off. Then you look around.
It was too funny. Yeah, so there's a point that the one that portrayed him was Michael Keaton. It was too funny.
But it never amounts to anything.
I think the place has.
But that's what they showed, the sexual tension between him and Catwoman. But she's like, no, man, it's not gonna work. You think there's something? There's nothing there between you.
I think you may have misinterpreted things.
Sorry. I thought... Never mind.
I don't want to complicate things.
No strings.
wants to leave, and I mean, you tell them, you even tell the freaking people I want to leave, and they don't give you that option to leave.
Small miracles.
Another drink?
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
Never run into anyone else who did this, you know? You can't be Batman all the time. So what's a night off look like? What do you do when you take off the mask?
I guess I could use a hug. Any advice?
Not sure I'd be the right one to give it. Got a few books I could loan you.
Hey, I read.
Spreadsheets don't count. I guess this is good night then.
Good night, Sophie.
But if you kiss her, you better. But in the movie and in the comic books, she don't have that. It doesn't work out. I mean, she's the kind of person who likes it being independent and walking into runs herself, not opening up like him. They're just alike, and which I remember a bunch of people saying it's what bad girl's his daughter. Well, it's not. He's practically still a goddamn virgin. But he does get infatuations for women when they tell him not even the butler talks to him about it. It's just in his head. Like, well, where are you going? Well, I'm doing crime fighting. Then he just starts driving around and looks at. Then he starts getting too stark for more. And he just can't trust him, just like Catwoman. Him and Catwoman just alike.
Bruce?
And all the people who are in the comic book here said the same thing.
I was worried. I hadn't heard from you. I didn't know what happened.
I took a bit of a beating when I ran to the children of Arkham.
And that's when he gets mad at him. In the comics and in the end, you're supposed to bring it back home. You're not supposed to hide somewhere. You make me worry. I'm getting old here.
I know, Al.
Where are you anyway?
I stayed at Selena's last night.
Oh.
Nothing happened.
I never said it did. While you're there, this might be a good opportunity to learn more about Miss Kyle.
But that's what I used to do. I wasn't afraid to get cut up. I didn't care.
She's trustworthy. You may not have another chance.
I trust her, Alfred. That's all I need to do.
Even with people wanting to fuck me, I wasn't afraid.
You can find that grapple gun of yours.
Right.
A lot of people like that are stubborn as hell. So you have to be
She
careful.
doesn't share your love of organization.
You shouldn't be putting your hands on people like that in the first place. When you watch I mean, you're supposed to be all defense, and that's what I learned. It's not gonna be my fault, man, because everyone saw it and everyone knows it. I mean, there was like wildfire around everywhere. There it is. Just grab it.
There you are. I hope she didn't break anything.
But that's the thing that's always injuring the most. Not women, not that. It's that grappling thing. That was the first thing I could do, man. I wasn't afraid to confront them, and if they threw it first, it's good for me. I'm all good.
Yeah, she's got the essentials.
She was 16, I was 18, and I met her, and we were talking. Man, it took a whole year before we met again. But we started meeting up, and I went to her house.
I just came by to check on Selena.
closet, hide in the closet.
None of it was real anyway. But how could you ever think it was?
Talking about Harvey, you two were
I
never a
was ready to
couple
go.
to
I had
begin
my
with.
freaking hand, my right hand clenched up and my other hand ready to go.
You want something, you gotta say so. Nobody's responsible for your hurt feelings.
He will not be able to protect you.
And I don't need him to. Just get out of here, Harvey.
What happens when the children of Arkham come for him? You think you won't get caught in the crossfire? You can't stop them. He can't. Are you ready to die on that altar?
I may go down for what my father did, but I won't take her down with me.
Oh, do you see that? They're gonna get married. He thinks they're gonna get married, but he's like, that's what.
Thinking you have a choice. Thinking you can save the people around you. Thinking you could do what Harvey couldn't. I'm sorry.
What the hell is going on?
Up until now, Harvey's been weak. He's been afraid.
Oh my god.
This is the monster they all know that you are. Embrace it. No, 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 God, this is what you wanted to see, isn't it, huh? The freak!
They got this been right. Oh. Hold on, give me a minute. I missed the phone call here. Oh, so here we go. I got a phone call, so I answered it. I received it. So let's see what happened.
No, he's gonna make them pay. Everyone who thought they could hurt him and get away with it. Starting with you. Both of you.
Yes.
This isn't you. Just calm
No,
down.
when there's a situation that way, the first thing you do is you leave and you call the cops. And everyone, even the conversations I heard with the Black Panthers, they would tell the little kids, before I put these hands on your mom over there, I want you to leave and call the authorities. You understand? Or else you're a nigga. But they've been saying that since you're a little kid. You call the authorities. You call the authorities. You call the authorities.
This isn't funny.
Because they couldn't do a bigger freaking fight afterwards. Don't be a freaking vigilante to where you're trying to freaking subdue the city when there's freaking cops around there.
Looks like you are first. Always getting in the middle of things.
Stay the hell away from me.
The call's already been made.
Harvey.
Bruce.
But that's Chuck Norris's move. He does a 360 and the swing, and the ones that are using it a lot are kickboxers more so than people in the UFC. But it's a real good move. I'm surprised people in the UFC don't. The Octagon, they don't use it twice as much. It's a real good move. I mean, when you stun them that way, you have the option of what to do, and they teach them to have real fast reactions.
You know we can take him out.
And when they're walking backwards, it's usually because they've had enough and they're wearing down.
He's not gonna stop.
Harvey. Calm down.
What are you doing?
But a lot of people say, oh, it's because they're waking up, whatchamacallit, they're waking up pissed off and they take it out on themselves and things. It's fucking crazy, man. And they usually don't want to talk about it.
Come on, Harvey, that's enough.
No, what the thing they tell you to do in the comment is he doesn't like to fight, he doesn't show up or nothing. Oh, he's somewhere around the world and he'll do a teleconference. You know, he's doing teleconferences in the comic book for a long time, and they try to explain the reason why, because he is not afraid to confront people and argue with people, and the last thing he wants to do is throw hands on people to prove that he honestly really does know how to fight people, politically and physically.
Who are you talking about? There's no one else here.
But it's that grappling hook that always has a real injury on it. And it's usually like 6 months to a year, and they don't explain that in the anime at all. They explain that in the comic books. So Batman's with my cousin likes Batman like a monster. One of my cousins on my dad's side.
Please. It's okay, Bruce. I'll go. I don't deserve your help.
No, another one. He hardly talks. He's like the youngest one of everybody.
I'm sorry.
Out of all of them.
I'm so sorry.
He's like the baby of the whole family. On my dad's side.
So much resistance. I'm not gonna stick around and wait for him to come back. It'll be a while before I have to move again.
But that's the one he likes Batman. So I showed up and he was like, look. Hey, this is the one I want. I like this one right here. Look at his moves. Look at his moves. So, but I said, okay. So I left him and I had to talk to my nephew. He was like, what do you mean? So I need some method. I'll say you got it out. Then we all end up bringing none out there.
Selena, I think you should get him.
Then I sent I purchased a couple of them. Then I sent it to I'll give it to him once here. Send it to him. So I can't go. I have to go to work. Cause she was on the way and she's like, I'll do it. But I need you to do it. You do it. So okay.
Great. I'm supposed to announce my resignation at a press conference. I'm somehow trying to appear happy that Oswald Cobblepot is taking my job.
Sounds like an opportunity.
How do you mean?
They screwed you out of your own company. You have all this information that could bring them down, and they're handing you nothing. So use it.
too when they say you gotta answer questions. You ask questions and ask questions and ask questions. But I ask questions right before, and then if I don't like it, I'll move on.
Here, I think it's a fine display of what the moral high looks like.
Mr. Cobblepot.
All in good fun, honestly. A thrown punch is just water under the bridge. Right, Bruce? Boys are just being boys and all that. No hurt feelings, I'm sure. Bruce just didn't like losing the office.
I know the black guy's a good look for you, Oz.
Really?
Yeah. Shows off just how delightfully punchable that face of yours really is.
Bruce! It's time. Bruce, I'm going to introduce you and then you're on. Please, stick to the teleprompter. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here. Wayne Enterprises has always taken its role in the community very seriously.
Funny. How everything I said to you in the park has come true. Me, taking everything that's yours. And there's not even a punchline. Not even close. No one's gonna follow you around and take pictures now. You'd almost be sad. You were so bloody handsome. Now that's it. Just reflect on all that for a bit.
Let's just take that and absorb it on there.
Towards making things right.
And he's gonna explain some more.
It'll be Cobblepot Industries, Cobblepot Medical, and Cobblepot Tech on tops of buildings, and you, Waynes, will be where we should have been all along. A forgotten footnote. Cobblepot will come to be the future of Gotham. And Wayne will be a small
What happens to my company is up to you. I think you're a little deluded about the type of power you're gonna have.
all in good time. It's amazing the sort of patience I've developed over the years. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did some digging. You know how old Hill admitted he had your mom and dad killed? I found out why he did it. Oh yeah? And I'll tell you the story, but only if you say pretty please. It's quite the page turner. I'm sure you're just dying to hear it. Aren't you, Bruce?
Justin, tell me. I have to know.
And there goes his injuries. That's why he did that noise.
Pretty please.
Turns out your dear mum found out what your dad
No, he's in the comic books. He's usually doing teleconferences. He won't show up to him because he's too injured.
to be a part of it. Now you can imagine.
And the narrator explains all that.
So he slid a few dollars, jumped his way, and well,
But he likes driving out at night. Alfred's over there driving him around.
Bruce
He's
Wayne
looking
would
around.
like to say a few words.
remember, enjoy yourself, Bruce. After all, never know how much time you really have left.
Ladies and gentlemen, in light of recent allegations against my family, I have decided to voluntarily step down as CEO of Wayne Enterprises. My father wasn't the only one involved in this corruption. Mayor Hill and Carmine Falcone. It was a system designed for their gain.
Dodging the blame. Is it gonna do you any good, mate? One moment, fellas. Try that again, and I'll call security.
I work for the future of Wayne Enterprises. Decisions made in the next few days will be critical in shaping what that future will be.
Careful, Bruce.
But that's what they all did when I was at the movie theater. And they showed whatchamacallit, that it was the Joker. They gave out his name.
Mr. Wayne, are you having trouble reading the teleprompter?
My replacement, Oswald Cobblepot, is a member of the Children of Arkham.
Anyway.
They control his every move.
Security. Step back, Mr.
Mm.
That was quite a show you put on, Bruce.
My
The press seemed to eat it up. I rather enjoyed it myself. Not that it'll change anything.
Vicky, go away.
It sounds like your days of giving orders are through.
Oh, I need to dress up because my sister's on her way. So I have to go.